Okay, we are still in 10.2, which is the circulatory system in humans, and we'll be looking at the blood vessels. Okay, this is a very informative diagram, okay, of the blood vessels that we have. So there are three types: the artery, the vein, and also the blood capillary. So let's look at the first information by looking at the colors. So artery is red because it is carrying oxygenated blood. Vein is blue because it is carrying deoxygenated blood, and blood capillaries has got a lot here. So we say the network of blood capillaries, the one which is in direct contact with the cells of the body. So they are in mixing colors, isn't it? And in the middle here it appears to be purplish blue because of the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. In fact, you see the arrow, the blood coming in, okay, and here reaching the cells. So it's actually supplying the body cells with this oxygenated blood. And then these cells, upon receiving oxygen, they will use up the oxygen for respiration, and at the same time they are going to release the carbon dioxide. So we say oxygenated blood is being converted to deoxygenated blood, and hence you see the color changes over here. Alright, and then it's returning back to the vein, and we say the vein is now carrying deoxygenated blood back to the heart. And this arrow, it shows that the blood is flowing from the heart. Okay, so from the aorta and into the smaller arteries and into the branches, we call it as the arteriole. And here the branching of the vein, we call it as the venule. And another information is that you can see that this vein, artery and vein, they are very muscular, and they are formed by the smooth muscles, connective tissues, and also the endothelium. Okay, unlike blood capillary, it is just one cell thick. That means it is very thin, and this is to enable the exchange of materials between the blood and the cells happens at a high rate. Okay, and this is essential. Okay, so these smooth muscles is also the muscles that form the alimentary canal, and they can contract and relax involuntarily, unlike the skeletal muscles. Okay, so some facts. Can you recall that this blood is another type of connective tissues? Later on, we are going to look at the limbs as well, later on in the chapter. Alright, this is the picture of artery. So they are the blood vessels that actually transport blood out of the heart. And the function is to quickly transport blood at a high pressure to all the tissues of the body. Okay, because all the tissues of the body need this oxygen to carry out respiration, so it has to happen real fast. And the blood in the artery is under high pressure. Okay, they are muscular. It is under high pressure because of the pumping of the heart. And there we have this aorta, which is the main artery that is leaving the heart. So the artery will expand when blood is received from the heart, and therefore you can have this pulse rate. You can feel the pulse rate, okay, at our wrist. Then therefore the artery wall is elastic. Okay, it is elastic to stop it from breaking because of the high pressured blood that flows through it. And the branches of the artery become small vessels. This is the branching, which we call it as the arterioles. And they reach the body tissues, and this will continue to branch out at the ends of the capillaries. And the group of capillaries is called the capillary network. Okay, since they are flowing under high pressure, so you won't see any valve, okay, in this artery. Okay, this is the vein. Okay, so the capillaries will rejoin to form larger vessels. okay, known as the venule. So this is from the network of blood capillaries. Just now they are joining, forming these venules, and venules will combine to form larger veins, larger blood vessels known as vein, and they are heading back to the heart. So vein is going to transport the blood back to the heart, and vena cava is the main vein that carries the oxygenated blood back to the heart. Okay, so can you see the valves over here? They are not, the blood which is flowing within the vein is not under high pressure as compared to the artery just now, and therefore they need this valve to prevent backflow. Okay, and there we are. This is the blood capillaries, the network of the capillaries with thin walls. How thin? 1 cell thick. And the blood capillaries allow the exchange of gases, right, between the blood and also the cells over here. A lot of cells, surrounding cells. And this exchange happens through diffusion because of the difference in the partial pressure. Okay, so the nutrients, the excretory substance, the hormones, they will all diffuse in and out easily through the very thin, which is 1 cell thick blood capillaries. Okay, so you can see the color conversion over here. Moving in those oxygenated blood, and then once respiration happens, carbon dioxide is being released out of the cells, isn't it? And therefore you get to see how oxygenated blood gets converted into deoxygenated blood, and therefore you see the color changes. Okay, this is a table to show the differences between artery, capillaries, and also vein. So first and foremost is the wall itself. Okay, this is the lumen, the space. So you can compare. This artery is very thick, very muscular, very elastic because of to sustain the high pressure blood which is flowing within. Alright, and then this vein is also considered thin, less elastic as compared to artery, and there has got the valve. The valve is present to maintain one-way flow of blood. Okay, so that means to prevent backflow. Okay, for capillaries also there's no valve, but for the artery, no valve except the semilunar valve, which is at the base of the aorta, at the base of the pulmonary artery. So you might need to look back if you've forgotten about this semilunar valve. It can refer to the picture of the heart, okay, that we have gone through just now. Right, let's look at the lumen. This is considered small, this is very tiny, and this is large. Okay, the pressure high, low, and this is very low. The direction, it's actually from the heart to the entire body. This is connecting between the artery and the vein, and we have the veins which will be bringing the blood back to the heart through vena cava. Right, this is a very beautiful picture, okay, of the scanning of electron microscope, showing the connective tissues, showing the lumen, and showing the erythrocytes. Very beautiful picture. Alright, we'll stop here.